Hi. I was wondering if you could comment on Ben Stein's recent movie, Expelled.
I was wondering if I'd get a question about that.
And
did you see it?
No, I just saw the trailer on YouTube. And do you think there are any intellectually honest scientists who advocate intelligent design?
You mean like Michael Bay?
For example.
I just don't want to badmouth anyone, so let's not talk about Michael Bay. And as for Expelled, my advisor, Will Provine, is one of the stars of the movie, or as they told him he was going to be. And I just want to clear for the record, he was bamboozled, as was Richard Dawkins. Okay, these are some of the most giving scientists. They will give their time to someone who wants to do an interview. But when someone comes and says, will you talk to us for 2 hours, we're making a movie that wants to balance both sides of the story, and then they don't reveal that they really are intelligent design advocates. I think there's nothing more that needs to be said. You can bill it as a documentary if you want, but it's a dishonest piece of junk. And, you know, this guy, Ben Stein, let's talk about Ben Stein. The guy does some game show for a while, you know, Win Ben Stein's Money, a mediocre at best game show. Then he disappears for 10 years. The next time I see him, he's on Fox News and CNN saying, let's not be angry at the gas companies. Let's not get angry at the oil companies, people. It's not their fault, you know, that we're in this predicament. They're just doing what anyone would do. So the point is, Ben Stein is another one we can question as to his motives. And when I found out this movie is called Expelled, I urge none of you to see it. Once we hear, oh, by the way, it means, you know, that intelligent design has been expelled from the science class. Oh, this is a tragedy in America. Yeah, and the gas companies are really good, you know, the oil companies are really good people. This is the guy who produced this movie. So anyway, I'm sorry I got emotional. But, so the only place I've really heard about it is from my advisor urging me to look on the web, and he had all these disclaimers to say about it. He feels terrible because he was bamboozled. They offered him cash, and he said, no thank you. You know, he gives interviews because he's interested in teaching. And they bamboozled him and Dawkins into looking like buffoons in front of the ID movement. So, and another thing, he said, I'll sue you if, you know, I didn't ask you to pay me, but I will sue you if you don't put a disclaimer in this movie after he found out who was behind it. Because in every one of his evolution classes, Will Provine invites people from all faiths. And he invites intelligent design people to share their side of the discussion. Not to belittle them, but to give them a forum and to allow them to interact with the students at Cornell. So he was really unfairly portrayed in that movie. And I'm sorry that I got emotional. Was there a second part to your question?
Yeah, the scientists who do advocate ID and who do get professorships, like, what's up with that?
Okay.
Is it about religion or something else? I mean, if they are scientists.
I really don't mind if someone believes that the universe is intelligently designed. That's fine. But don't try to use it, don't try to insinuate it into the science curriculum. And that's the only thing. And so that's why I think those scientists are easily questioned. We can question their motives. I think they're trying to revolutionize science. And It's not based on observation, verification, and discovery. It's based on some really convoluted reasoning and a language that most of us can't understand.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
First, I'd like to thank you for my past vocabulary test that I passed because of bad religion songs. And also, I'd really like to ask you about one of your songs and what exactly it means. I was wondering about Beyond Electric Dreams, because most of your songs are very straightforward, and this one seems to have nothing to do with anything.
A little known fact that will now be a well-known fact. Beyond Electric, Brett and I do a lot of backpacking. Every year we go and we spend a week or 10 days in the Sierra Nevadas, California, with nothing but our backpacks. And it's something we do with our family, and it's one of our favorite activities. And when you're up at 10 or 11,000 feet, and there is not a sound to be heard, you are as far away from electricity as you can imagine. And the song itself was inspired by being in the mountains beyond electric dreams. And that's really what the song talks about. I wish it was more deep for you, but I appreciate your...
Well, there's a lyric about raptors, and just, I don't know, it just seems really weird because it's like really, I don't know.
I'm glad it helped you with your SAT. Thank you.